There's a lot of conversation online about whether or not a man should be responsible for paying all the bills. And if you're a woman that wants a man that's going to pay all the bills, then hey, that's perfectly fine and that's your preference. But I am somebody that has always believed that people should make informed decisions. So if that is a decision that you want to make for your life, then please be aware of certain things when it comes to being with a man who pays all of the bills. Oftentimes, when you get in a relationship with a man that pays all of the bills, it comes with certain requirements and it comes with certain expectations. And for some men, it gives them a sense of control over you.
I'm not going to disagree with that. But I think we have to define what we mean by control. If we're talking about, there's only one income and he's making all of the money, understand that most men make under $100,000 a year. And the median income, if we're talking about black men, is around $51,000. So if we're talking about control, like, hey, we don't go eat out, or we don't go do this, or we can't spend money on this, or, some type of financial control, that makes sense because we can only live within our means. We can only do what we can do. So from that perspective, yes. Also, we have to understand that when you are solely responsible for the finances in the home, what is the woman doing? Is she raising the children? Is she just sitting at home all day? So what is she doing? But it's a simple solution, right? Have conversations and make agreements with the person that you're going to have children with, or the person that you're going to marry, so that y'all are already on the same accord. So this wouldn't even be a problem if you sit down and you talk to a man and you say, hey, what are your expectations of me? I'm going to be paying 100% of the bills as the man. What do you think you should be doing? And y'all work that out, and it's not going to be a problem. It becomes a problem when you jump into a relationship with somebody that you don't know. They end up paying all of the bills, and then you end up not knowing what your role is, and then there's confusion. So just have the conversation. But let's see what she got to say.
Now, if you are someone who is okay with that and you're willing to accept that, then by all means, do what you do. But just know what you're signing up for before you do it. If you're a woman who feels like you shouldn't have to work, or you don't want to have to work and you want a man that's going to do all the working, okay, that's fine too. That's your personal preference. But I would encourage you to have a plan for your life as to what you're going to do financially if something happens to that man unexpectedly. If he gets in a car accident, or if something makes him incapable of being able to work, you should have a plan in place for how you're going to survive without the money that man was bringing into the house.
Why is it all about her though? If he gets in, she didn't say if he divorces you or you divorce him. She said if he gets in a car accident and can't work, you need to know how you're going to survive. Why isn't it, you need to be able to work with your husband so that y'all can survive? Why is it about her? Why? See, that's the problem. When you're married, it's about y'all. So when he's going to work and paying all the bills and doing everything, it's about y'all. But if he gets in an accident, it's about you. One, there's something called disability insurance, short-term disability insurance. If you're working a job or whatever, they usually offer this benefit. If something happens and you can't work, this benefit will help supplement your income. So there's that. If there's an accident and he passes away, there's life insurance. These are all adult conversations that can be had, and these are things that you should be asking before you get married, before you have children, before you get in a relationship. But if you're in the relationship, have those conversations as soon as possible. And map things out. But let's see.
No matter what type of relationship dynamic you choose to be in, you should always have a plan for your life, and you should always have a plan for your own survival with or without that man.
Yeah, and I think that most women do. Because let's be real, most women and men are marrying later. So we're in a situation now where, most of these marriages, you're going into it already taking care of yourself 100%. You're already taking care of yourself 100%. Life insurance. If you're a woman and you don't make any income and you are reliant upon a man, you need to have a conversation with him about life insurance in case something happens to you. Any reasonable, loving husband is going to have life insurance so that his family can be taken care of after he is gone. So that's an easy conversation. But I want to say something even deeper. No, most black households should not have a one income. It should not be a one income household. Both people need to be working in black households, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, I'm going to show you why. This right here is the median income for black households. Right here, $51,000. If you are between, at the highest, 51,000. If you are between 40 to 49, that's usually when we make our most money. 50 or 40 to 49 dollars, $51,000. That's the median income, meaning 50% of black households make under that. You understand? 50% make under 51,000. 50% make 51,000 or more, but 50% make under $51,000. Okay? Why is that important? Well, let's look at the average cost of rent. Right? Let's look at the average cost of rent. The average cost of rent according to Zillow, let's just get this up right now. The average cost according to Zillow of rent is $2,060. $2,060 is the average cost of rent. If you're only making $51,000 a year before taxes, your take home is going to be about $3,200 to $3,500 a month. So more than half of your income is going to go on rent. That's not including the cost of having children. That's not including vacations. That's not including food. That's not including the utilities and all these other bills, or saving money and investing. And so if you are only making $51,000 a year, it's going to be very difficult for you to take care of a family on one income. So I don't think that black people should be going into relationships expecting a one income household. Unless you have a degree or you have some type of high value skill and you see that you're only going to be making $51,000 to $60,000 temporarily, and in a 3 to 5 year period, you're going to move up the ladder and be making closer to $80,000 to $100,000 a year, you should not plan on being a one income household. You shouldn't. Most black households need to have two incomes, and you need to combine those incomes. And when you combine those incomes, you're going to have a better lifestyle. You're going to be able to save for the future better. You're going to be able to put your family in a better position to thrive and win. This idea, this myth that black men should pay 100% of the bills just is not realistic for most black men. It's not realistic for most black men. And so you need two income households. So black women, if you plan on getting with a black man, understand that you will most likely be working. And that's fine, because you were okay paying 100% of your bills. You're not okay paying a part of the bills of the household now. Like, if we have to make sacrifices. Once we get our median income up to $80,000 to $100,000, then maybe we could start talking about single income households. But when the median income is $51,000, and that's for men between 40 to 49. Most men are having these children in their 20s and 30s, and the median income is even lower. We really got to start pulling our finances together. Stop trying to hold on to these ideas that maybe worked in the 50s but don't work anymore. Put your pride aside. Stop trying to act like you're a traditional man all of a sudden because you got a woman, but you wasn't a traditional man before then. And understand you need to do what's best for your family. Y'all need to be able to survive off of one income, meaning pay all the bills off of one income, and the other needs to go towards investing and saving, right? Because when it's just one income and you're paying all the bills, and that one income can pay all the bills, but you have little to nothing left over, all it takes is one job loss. All it takes is one car repair. All it takes is one one life event to happen before everything goes off the rail. If one income is mainly going towards paying bills and the other income is mainly going towards saving, maybe paying down debt or paying or investing, you are going to put yourself in a much better position to weather storms. And also you're going to put yourself in a much better position to where maybe you could live off of one income one day. But definitely we should not be going into it trying to do one income. For those of you making $51,000 or below take home or gross, not even take home. But that's my thought. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Appreciate you. Tap in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. My name is Fitz, and I'll see you in the next video.